Why do I always go back to him? It's not what you think. You said you were done. I mean, done. Not I'm a little upset done. Not I need more space done. You were shaking. You were hurt. You had finally said everything you were swallowing for weeks. And when it was over, you put your phone down and meant it. You told your girlfriend, I'm not going back this time. She believed you. You believed you. Then 2 days later, you were staring at his name. Not because he changed, not because anything got fixed, not because you got one single piece of new information. The anger moved out. The silence moved in. Then the guilt started talking. And now, the decision that you felt sure about 2 days ago feels like maybe you were overreacting. That's the trap I want to talk about today. And before we go any further, it's not weakness. Before you ask yourself, why do I always go back to him? I want you to ask a different question first. What was happening before the fight? Was he consistent? Was he showing up? Was he following through? Or were you already tired? Already giving him the benefit of the doubt again? Already explaining the same thing in a softer way so he would not shut down? Already telling yourself, maybe he's just going through something. Already waiting for him to return to the person he showed you he was in the first month of the relationship. Because here is what I see happen a lot. The first fight is not actually the problem. The fight is what happens when everything you've been holding finally runs out of room. Maybe he kept going quiet without explanation. Maybe every time you brought up something, the conversation somehow flipped back to you, and you end up defending yourself instead of being heard. Maybe he said he cared, but the behavior kept telling you a different story. You kept trying to make it make sense until one night you couldn't anymore. You said what you actually felt, and it turned into that argument. Here's the part that gets you. The anger leaves first, and the moment it leaves, guilt walks in. You start replaying the fight sentence by sentence. Was I too harsh? Did I push him away? Maybe I said it wrong. Maybe I'm the problem. And then, right behind the guilt, comes the loneliness. No goodnight texts, no inside jokes, no one asking you how your day went. And your brain, I need you to catch this. Your brain starts playing the highlight reel. The first month, the way he looked at you when things were good. That one night he made you feel completely chosen. The version of him that made you think this could be something real. And now the decision you made 2 days ago starts to crack. Not because the evidence changed, because your feelings changed. That's the whole thing right there. And here's what nobody tells you. When your feeling changes, your brain starts building a case for going back. It doesn't feel like a case. It feels like understanding. It sounds like maybe I was just too emotional. Maybe he was just hurt too. Maybe I gave up too fast. I don't want to throw away something real over one bad night and the last one. I don't want to leave too soon. That one is the most dangerous. Because what if he was the one? What if it was just really bad timing? What if you walked away right before it was about to get better? I know that fear. It's real. But here's the question that cuts through all of it. Did the evidence change or did your feelings change? Because those are not the same thing. Listen, I can only give you the information. What you do with it is totally up to you. But before you go back, at least be honest about what changed. Did he change or did your feelings change? If your decision is based on how you feel, it will move every time your feelings move. When you're hurting, you're done. When you're lonely, you want them back. When you're feeling guilty, you start taking the blame. When he sounds sad, you forget what made you sad. Around and around you go. But evidence doesn't move like that. Evidence doesn't care you miss him right now. Evidence doesn't care that the fight was painful for the both of you. Evidence doesn't care that he texts, "I miss you," and your stomach went into a knot. Evidence asks completely different questions. What was the pattern before the fight? When you brought up how you felt, did he hear you or did it become about him? After things went wrong, did he try to fix it or did he wait for you to come back to him? Is there accountability or is there just sadness that he left? Because here's the line I want you to hear. Missing you is not the same as changing. An apology is not evidence. Coming back softer is not evidence. I miss you is not evidence. His behavior over time, that's evidence. I want to stay here for a second because I know this is the part that's really pulling at you. He was hurt too. Maybe you said something in the fight that came out wrong. Maybe both of you were in pain and now you feel responsible for that. I get it, but I need you to hear this. Two people can be hurting and the relationship can still have been wrong for you. Both things can be true. You can feel bad about how the fight went and still not return to him. You can care about his pain and still need to protect yourself. You can still miss him and still trust what you saw clearly for weeks. Guilt is not evidence. Loneliness is not evidence. His pattern of behavior is evidence. And you saw the pattern. You saw it before the fight. The fight didn't create the problem. It just made the problem be seen. Next time you're in this situation and you feel the need to text him, pause. Not because you have to be cold. Not because you have to pretend you don't care. You care. That's not the issue. The issue is letting that part of you that misses him make the whole decision alone. Ask yourself one question. Did the evidence change or did my feelings change? If all that changed is that the anger faded, that's not new evidence. If all that changed is that you feel guilty, that's not new evidence. If all that changed is that you're lonely tonight, that's not new evidence. All of those were just feelings, and you're allowed to feel all of it. But a feeling does not get to rewrite what you watched happen for weeks. You wanted the whole loaf. He kept giving you crumbs. In the next video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do right after the argument before you text apologies, block him, or go back. You just need to ask one question and use a 3-step method. You could watch it right here.